We're just talking about whether you're a matchy person or not a matchy person. Guess which one we are.
Coordination.
That's it. Well, do you know what? We did get a message earlier, Kat, saying that you dress so smartly.
Oh, thank you.
That's it. You always dress so well.
Thank you.
There you go. It's like your signature, isn't it?
Earlier,
We were chatting about.
I said, shall I come casual next time?
Because that's me.
That's not what I meant.
Lisa in Bristol says, I love the look of those products Phill does, and I love to watch him working.
Thank you.
And he also's dressed so fine,
thank
too.
you. That's lovely.
It's gorgeous message, Lisa. Talking about this collection, the products, oh my word. This is incredible. We've had a massive response to this.
There's a lot as well. There's a lot of stamps in there.
A lot of stamps. 93 stamps to be precise. And every stamp is designed to coordinate, to work together, to give you choice, to give you... It's, honestly, could you imagine mathematically how many combinations you have from this collection? No. No. It's awesome. If you haven't yet come in for it, dial right now, 0800 001 4433. You can check out on the web, check out on the app. If you missed that 1 o'clock show, this is your chance. Your code is BYH. Oh, straight in. Look at you coming through. BYHW05. Genuinely... I mean, there's so much you can do with this collection,
And this is what I try and do now. So you'll get to know me. So as you get to know me and I do different shows, we'll do a stamp focus show, we'll do a die focus show, we'll do a medium focus show. But ultimately, if you're new to the Sentimentally Yours and Me brand, eventually you will collect so many products, and then in a couple of months' time you'll be like, oh, yeah, that does work with that, that does work with that, I can do this, I can do that. So I'm not about just designing a collection of stamps and then leaving you to get on with it, This is something that is going to evolve with you, it's going to grow with you, it's going to work with things that you've already got from me and from other brands, let's face it, because we all do it as crafters. And this is what is exciting to me. So shall I quickly talk through it?
Yes, please.
Right.
Lovely. And we're going to take that price down for you as well, because you've got... Oh, I do have a bit of breaking news for you as well. Because £69.70, this was meant to be on a two-way split pay, and it was on a two-way split pay. It's actually, we've managed to do a little bit of wangling. Jiggery-pokery. It's on a three-way split pay. Now, if you took advantage of the two-way earlier, you can call through. If it makes it more accessible, give our call centre a ring, 0800 001 4433, and they'll be able to switch your two-way to a three-way, OK? It's on so... Just skirt over that. So you'll be able to get it home £23.23, which is amazing.
It is.
So to get 93 stamps.
That's awesome.
£23.30.
And it helps as well. It's November. We're all starting to be a little bit more conscious of what we're spending.
Oh, definitely.
So let's talk to you about what this is. So this is probably the first time you have seen me do a medallion and sentiment coin collection. It isn't the first one I've done, OK? So there are some older ones out there. So the first thing I'm going to say to you is if you are new to this idea, this concept, get on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, look at the photo albums, look back through the albums and look at the originals. Because every sample we did with the originals will work with the new ones.
So good. So even if you're just stealing the composition or, you know.
Absolutely, and the layout and how you can use these. So what am I talking about? Medallion wraps. So these are what I call my medallion wraps. They're basically circle stamps, but circle stamps within circle stamps within circle stamps, So effectively, you've got 3 on each that you can break down. Then you can start cross-pollinating them and mixing and matching. So let's just flick it round. They're a bit dirty because these are the ones I've been using. But this one on the right is the Floral Curios one. So you can see it's floral, it's pretty. We've got the flowers all the way around there, but you've got the leaves in there. Then flicking over to the vintage one, the vintage paraphernalia, we've got postmarks, we've got clocks, we've got compasses, we've got the post office size that's slightly grungier, slightly vintage and shabby chic. But you can cut that one out, mix it with that one. You can cut that one out, mix it with that one, and so on and so forth, These will fit lovely on a 6x6 card blank, so they're not massive. I did measure them, and I can't honestly remember, but I know it's just over 11.5 centimetres, something like that. It's definitely smaller than you think. So then we've got the concept. This is the concept. This is the body that you need to be able to do the rest, So then you look at a circle and then you think, right, but I love to have little borders at the side or at the top and bottom tucked underneath. That's what these are. So you've then got left facing, right facing for both sets. Well, actually, that's a fib. I've told you a fib. I'm going to go back. You've got left facing, right facing in the floral curios because they do go left and right. In the paraphernalia, you haven't. You've actually got 6 different borders. So you've got the postmark, you've got the postmark with script, you've got different postmark, Eiffel Tower with script behind it, and Eiffel Tower on its own. So these are what you would stamp along to create your borders, stamp in the corners to create corners. Then you can enhance it even more by using the stitched lines here. And these stitch lines are flexible, so if you want to do some wavy lines and put a butterfly at the end or something, you can, yeah?
Nice, yeah.
So then you can do a top and bottom border and then that through the middle. So you completely, the creativity in these stamps is mind-blowing, yeah, because you're going to be able to do so much with it. So that is the medallions. Then you're like, well, why have you got a gap in the middle of there, Phil? So I'm going to tell you. So these are solid stamps, and I've kept them as solid stamps purposefully because if you take the middle out and then try and put it on your platform or something, it will distort.
Okay.
By keeping it as one solid stamp, you will never have a distorted circle. It will be perfect every time. And then that space there, as if by magic, is the perfect size for all the sentiment coins. So straight away you've got 2 sets of stamps that you know you're going to use loads. You can chop them into corners, chop them into halves.
You did that earlier on, didn't you? And it worked wonderfully.
But then you want sentiment coins to go inside them, and that's exactly what these are. There are 3 sets. It's really hard for me when I do sentiments now because we all want the essential ones, the happy birthday, the with love, but for me, it's not enough anymore. I want my stamps to do more. I don't just send happy birthday cards. I might send get well.
Yeah,
I might
just thinking of yous.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just a happy thought. If you know someone's having a tough time, you just want to say, think positive or dream big
Absolutely, we've got that. So let's flip that over. So in each of these, you've got 21 stamps, and then 23 in the motivational. So now we are enhancing the sentiment medallion, the medallion wrap, and all of these sentiments will fit inside. Whether you die cut them and layer them up is up to you. Whether you stamp them straight in and keep it as a flat card for postage reasons is up to you. You've got choices. So we've got the happy birthday, just for example, whatever sentiment you've got. So say we've stamped the happy birthday and I'm sending it to you and I love you, so I want to put some...
right back at you.
So these little gaps here, look, between the sentiment, look, can you see? On my originals, I actually had those filled in with small embellishments.
Okay.
We've now evolved that collection because I've learned from it, and I've given you the choices. So if I was sending this to you, I could pop 2 little hearts in there and personalise that to you. If I was sending it to, I don't know, James or my brother, we could put the stars in. But it doesn't stop there, everybody. We've got the sentiment coin, which you know is going to fit in there. We've then got the middle part of the sentiment coin, yeah, that you can now pop any of these mini sentiments into to completely transform it again.
So
and
good.
you can even die cut that little circle and layer it up again. So there's just so many different ways. So you've got the essential set. You've got the occasional one with that anniversary, thank you so much, special couple, etc., etc. And then you've got my favourite, which is the motivational one. I find myself these days using more and more positive motivational sentiments on my cards because they're just nice words. So like here, sending sunshine. So you can have a note to say, you can do this, a note to say, sending sunshine, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And before I lose breath, all of these little mini sentiments and all of these small little icon stamps will work across all 3 sets of stamps. So the possibilities are just mind-blowing.
It's endless, isn't it, really? 93 stamps to mix and match as much as you like. And you get to be really creative. You know, you can mask bits over and mix and match the borders as well. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful collection. And as Phil said earlier as well, if you have got some of Phil's circle dies from the past, then these will work. Everything's designed to work with one another. We do actually have those on the show today.
So the first demo is is I'm going to show you how these look and how easy it is to actually make a card just from a couple of stamps.
It's absolutely fantastic.
I don't know what Pete's got on this floor, but I'm sticking to it.
Oh, is it? Is there...
I'll have to talk to... Oh, is there?
Here he is. You've got your circles die set here. It's A4. I mean, look at what you're getting. This is absolutely incredible. You've got 14 dies here in total. And the magnetic sheet to put them on as well, which I think is extraordinary. I mean, the magnetic sheet...
An A4 magnetic sheet as well,
exactly.
So what you'll find is what I put on the show are the circles, which obviously they correlate with the stamps, and I've also put the squares and the rectangles on the show, so they're your kind of workhorse.
They're essentials, aren't they? I mean, we all know nesting dies are your absolute essentials. Your bread and butter with every single collection. They're beautiful. Emma's messaged in. She says, oh, I can't wait for mine to arrive. I love the new baby ones. In fact, I love them all. You can never have too many of Phil's products. Thank you,
Thanks,
Phill.
I'm going to have to put Em on the payroll.
I know. It's fabulous. But do keep your messages coming. What do you love about Sentimentally Yours? You know, it's a beautiful collection. We're so lucky to have you here at HobbyMaker. We're delighted.
Do you want me to just do a quick... Because when I was designing this, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do a quick card.
Quick card, lovely.
So, or more important.
Hey, at this rate, you'll get three demos in.
The components of a card. The components. I'm going to backtrack because basically, if you've got scraps of card lying around like I've got here, this is an A5 piece that I've got from whatever I've been cutting. You can effectively do all the stamping and die cutting for a card on an A5 piece. Wow. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and this is something that I did. I did it the other day actually when I was prepping for my live. So let's use the Floral Curios one, which is the pretty one. Remember.
They're both pretty, by the way. I love this. I mean, I know this is pretty in like a floral way.
Yes.
The other's still very beautiful. Vintage has got that lovely detail.
I've purposefully given you two different looks, two different styles with these, so that you can go whichever mood you're in. And remember, if you sell your cards, go for it.
That's it.
So we've got the medallion. We've got the medallion on here, but I don't know. We've got all this space here, so let's pop a sentiment in. So let's pop a little sentiment in. So I'll just get whichever one's there. So I've got the sentiment in there, okay? And then, we've still got space there. So let's pop in one of the mini sentiments. This is how easy this is to do. So what have we got? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There you go. So remember, this is a scrap. I know it's an A5 scrap, but for me, this is a scrap of card, We're going to stamp it all in one go, and we're going to die cut it all in one go, which is just remarkable. So remember, if you're new to the medallion wraps, when you've got them on your platform, because it's solid in the middle, just roll it back. So hold it at the bottom, roll it back, and then just roll it back on again, and that just gets rid of any air that's in there. It doesn't happen with the coins because they're smaller. Okay. Let's just do this in black, just because it's what I've got at the side of me, because I do want to get the two cards done as well. You'll notice as I'm inking this, top tip, I'm going around the stamp. Look, I'm trying to avoid going over the top. That's just because I'm me.
It's good though, it's good tips. You want to ideally not get it in the middle, do you?
Yeah, ideally, because you know what will happen. Instinctively, you always push down in the middle of your stamping platforms. What I would suggest you do is, if you're going to do a load of these cards, is do what I'm doing now, just do it in lots of different colours, and then you've got them ready. That's good. So let's stamp this. So let's just ink all the push all the way around. I'm trying to avoid the middle. The sentiment and the coin. So effectively, all this is enough for one card. Amazing. Let's just see if I've inked it enough. Yeah, that's fine.
Beautiful. Look at the detail in there.
They are very, very
if we can get even closer in, I mean, it just is so gorgeous. Look at that.
And it's easy to do as well, which is the whole point.
It's so incredible. Every single part has come out perfectly.
And if you've got the watercolour blending brush pens, you're going to have a lovely time colouring all these in.
We've got those on the show,
on this show. So I'm just cleaning the ink off just because I like clean stamps. Sorry. Here we go.
While you're just having a little clean up, we've got two more gorgeous messages. for you here as well. Here we go. We have good afternoon, Phill and Rosie. She almost left the L off there, not Maria. Well, we are in for a good laugh, lots of fun and demos. Always good to join you, Phill. I love your product, and yes, they all work so well with all my other dyes. And this is it again, you know, use them. Thank you for sending that in, Maria. Lovely to hear from you. And we've got Deirdre Broom as well. She says, these are amazing. And as usual, Phill thinks of his customers as everything coordinates with previous collections and will stand the test of time for the future. Well done. Phill Martin, once again.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we're getting loads of messages. Sharon's messaged in. It's a stunning collection, Phill. Mine are on order. I can't wait to play. I love the fact everything you design can be mixed and matched. And that's it. It's longevity, it's choice,
it's the whole point.
Everything.
Right, okay, so scrap, stamped on the 3 stamps. We're now going to cut our sentiments out, yeah?
Beautiful.
And our medallion. And we are also going to cut out the little extra for the middle. So
this is genius.
3, all in one go, remember? So top tip that I've discovered over the years, because I've got ink on here, you've got 2 choices when you use your circles with your circle dies with the medallion look. So I'm obviously going to cut it and have a white border. Can you see I've just lined it up? Yeah. Or if you go to the next die down, you will take off that thicker outside edge, and you will end up just with the floral edge.
Nice.
It's choices.
Yeah, choices.
And again, if you just wanted the leafy bit from the middle, you could do that. If you wanted to create an aperture from taking the centre out, which is what I've done on my demo number 2, you could do that. I
mean, it's just so clever, because obviously, with all these beautiful roses here, you could colour those in quite a wintry way and have a winter rose card, couldn't you, for a Christmas card or for a Christmas birthday or a winter, you know, just a winter thinking of you kind of card.
Absolutely.
But you can go summer, you can go spring, you can go autumn.
Your choice.
So lovely.
Stamp, I told you, stamps for me now need to work really hard. They need to do more than one thing, which is what you've got from here. So we'll go over to...
Do you want me to pop it in once it's...
We can do. I'll let you do the manual stuff, because I've told you I've got a stiff neck.
Oh, you have, haven't you?
So top tip, because we've got ink on there, copy of paper so that it doesn't transfer the ink to
clever, okay.
Lessons learned the hard way.
Yeah. But I like this, all these tips, you see, we're constantly learning.
So it just means you don't get ink all over your lovely shiny plates. There you go.
Oh, all these messages. Oh, there we go. Hi, Phill. So lovely to see you again on HobbyMaker. Loving the demonstrations. The new products are great. That's Jean Harrison.
Thank you, Jean.
And we've got a question coming through as well. Here we go. It's busy today, isn't it? Come on in and make sure you check it out. Good afternoon, Rosie and Phill. What does Phill use to clean his stamps, please? That is a great question. What did you use?
So I can't bring them on the screen to show you because they are obviously branded. But I can tell you that you can get them in most leading supermarkets. They are not baby wipes. They are called water wipes.
Oh, that's what we used with the kids. Yeah, they're amazing.
So they are biodegradable and what have you, and it's just nearly all water.
Yeah, they're really good.
So that's already fallen out for me, look.
Oh, fab. I want that one.
So this is now... Let me just put
How easy is that?
These circle dies are fabulous because they've got that debossed stitching detail.
And it just matches beautifully with this, doesn't it?
Indeed. It's almost like I knew what I was doing.
It's almost like you planned it, Phill.
I know. So can you see, look, now from a half sheet of cardstock, we've got 3 and the stamps, and we've got three elements from just a couple of stamps.
Yeah.
So we can now go over the top, and if you go over the top, look, it covers up the stitching in the middle. Can you see? Yeah, so a different look again. If you wanted it smaller, you go to the next circle die down to take that edge off, and then you've got a smaller sentiment for the middle.
So
good. And then if you want to change the look again, we could have stamped the 2U straight onto there, but no, we can decoupage that and have 2U layered up as well. And it's just super easy. Yeah. Even in monochrome, look, it looks fabulous. Just in black and white in monochrome.
Absolutely stunning. And I love, do you know what? Let's take a little look as well at some of the samples that your team have done, because they really are outstanding. You know, like the demos that you're doing for us today as well. The beautiful thing is they are all so different. Yeah. I mean, look, little light up. Hello. which is fabulous. I love this one as well, where you've got, here we go. There we are. Sally Ann Moore did this one. Saz, absolutely lovely. Really, really beautiful. This is fantastic as well, look, and you've got your gorgeous butterflies in there. We saw with the embossing folders earlier on, embossing powders rather. Margaret says, hi Rosie and Phil, I want to order the circle dies, but I think they're too big for my big shot. Could I ask what machine Phil is using? Loving the show.
This is the Big Shot Plus.
This is the Big Shot Plus, okay.
This is the Big Shot Plus, yeah.
Some of these will go in the Big Shot,
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So the largest die is 8 inches, so they won't go in an A5 machine.
Sure.
So the A4 machine is what will give you the most.
Okay.
From about 3 down, they will all go in the ordinary Big Shot.
Perfect. Does that make sense, Margaret? A great question. Keep on getting them in. They're absolutely fabulous.
Shall we make an actual card?
Yeah, let's do it. Am I right to pop this over there now, Phil? Is that right?
That's fine, yeah.
Perfect.
So, as you would expect, I've got all the elements already done. We are going to do, and I'm doing a pink card, which is so rare. I can't tell you how rare it is for me to do a pink card. So, this is the rose pink luster card, which is on the website. So all my luster card is now available to you here.
Is that your sparkles in there as well?
Diamond Dazzle is already
Love
on there.
this.
Diamond Dazzle. And this is the Heart Lattice embossing folder. The embossing folders are on the show. And I need to just give you a little heads up, everybody, because the embossing folders are now nearly all gone.
Oh,
so if you've
okay.
been hanging on and hankering after them, you need to start getting them pretty soon.
Got to check out. They're beautiful.
So what I've got here, do you want to do that first before I carry on?
No, you go.
I'll
You
carry
go.
on.
We'll do these after.
So I've got here, look, my Floral Curios medallion.
Look at that.
Stamped onto the rose gold, oh, that's just giving you a, I shouldn't have said that. So, delete.
Rewind.
Control, delete. This is on the rose pink luster cardstock, and this is the pure white embossing powder, yeah? So the embossing powders look fabulous on the luster card. And then I've taken one of the new texture dies that are on the show. This is the Flora Link, which I told you was one of my favourites. And I've paper pieced that. Well, I thought it was the middle, but it's clearly not the middle. And we're gonna pop that over there, look. So look how different we've made the medallion stamp look just by adding the texture die behind it. It's so pretty. So let's just start putting this together.
Do you know what this looks like now when you've got that? It looks so ornate. You know those beautiful ceiling roses you get in like stately homes and stuff when you get those.
I think the tricky thing for stamps is, you know, when we do the packaging has to be black so that it shows all the detail. But when you look at, and I've seen this myself when I've seen other stamps on the screen, it looks really dark on screen. And it's because it's black. It's only when you see things like this and you're like, oh, well, I would never have noticed that. But because it's paler, Right, so let's just get this laid up because we are going to make 2 cards.
We are.
We're doing a pink one and a blue one. Ooh. So a little bit of glue just to give me some wiggle room should I need it. So we'll pop that straight in the middle. You record this because it's very rare you see me make a pink card. It's bizarre. It's so strange that I rarely make pink cards. So we're going to put the middle on with my glue gel. Or we are when I find my little.
What are you after? Oh, there we go.
I'll get a new one.
Cool.
I've got that little bit of foam from packaging somewhere. But,
it's just so lovely. If you want any of the essentials, by the way, or any of the embossing pad, they're all on the website, so you can go and have a little look right now. If you go watch live today's show deals, you'll find everything that Phil has brought to the show today, and someone coming up on today's show as well. So
I need to try and position this in the centre using that rather than the actual circle itself, because this is going to fit over it. Look how pretty that is. So beautiful. So it's like cake. It's like icing on a glorious wedding cake. It is actually, yeah. I think it's because of that lovely rose pink cardstock as well. It is. It's so I've got 602 pieces to take off the back of this phone tape, which unfortunately I am quick at it, as Pete will tell you, but I can't do it that quick. So always phone tape. That's another top tip. So you know I like my gels and things like that, but for anything that needs to be kept, oh you are good, kept stable, I would recommend foam tape first. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
There you go. we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back of that. And then we're going to emboss with white one little sentiment. So I'm just trying to think if I need to line this up, but absolutely I don't, because it's pretty in all directions.
It really is.
So I'm just going to, that's why you put the glue on. So I'm just trying to get that in the centre of that, or as close as I can. Oh, Phil. Do you know what? This is why I don't work late.
Sound like that glue is. Awesome.
Next time, make me finish it too. So we've now created a completely different look again using the Medallion stamp, just by changing the colour of the embossing powder, colour of the ink, colour of the card, whichever way you want to do it. And then we've got here some little bits and bobs. So I've already done my sentiment. What I haven't done is my little mini sentiment. This is the bit that's left over, look, from the circle. I've already done my borders, so remember I told you the little extras that you get.
Yeah.
So I've already got my little borders, so I'm going to tuck those underneath. Let's do that next.
You can watch back at 1 o'clock if you like, and you can see how Phil does that. While you're just popping those on, we're going to introduce the 3 dies that Phil has brought to the show today. They're 3 new texture dies, and they have almost sold out. So you really do need to be checking out as quickly as you can. Now, this is the Floral Ink. This is Phil's fave. One of your, I mean, they're all so beautiful, aren't they? Hold on a minute. Let me make
I know,
sure.
shouldn't have favourites, but we do.
That's it. That's it. Oh, no, it's here. Look, of course. There we go. There we go. So you can see that beautiful floral ink there. See the die. Now, tell us about your dies, because they are different, aren't they? They've got that, well, first of all, they're
So these are
teal
texture
colour.
dies. These are the latest 3. I always release these in 3s. Now, I'll give you a little heads up. The texture dies never stay in stock, ever. And I very, very, very rarely bring them back because I've already done the next ones. So if you like these, get them while,
get them while they're here. Okay, 0800 001 4433. There's no big bundle on this. They're individual, available as individuals. Okay, so that's your beautiful floral inks. Okay, again, very limited now. So if you're wanting to get it home, you can see how Phil's using this on his demo here. You can see in so many of the samples we'll take you through in a little bit as well. But come on in and grab it. Lynn, Dorothy, Lancashire, Merseyside, don't leave anything in your basket, Linda. Okay, check it out. Margaret, loads of people coming through. Now, we've also got that fantastic brick wall, which again, just, we use so often.
So if you look at this as a collection, again, as a trio, variety, that's what I've kind of done. So the brick wall, I shouldn't tell you these things, but there might be something that coordinates with that next year.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice to
So
see. I love it.
you know how my brain works by now. I don't just.
We can say next year. We're 2025.
Well, I've already designed most of next year's.
Gosh, have you really?
Yeah. Certainly the first half of the year.
Wow, that's awesome. Right, that's your brick wall. Again, it's not coming back, so this is your chance to come on in and grab it today. Now, really, really important. Okay, and then finally, you've got your beautiful heart as well. Your heart's amazing. The filigree hearts.
So filigree hearts is the one that's slightly shorter than the others, because if you look, and I'm pedantic, we start on a 6 and we finish on a 6.
So lovely.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish on a 4 or a 5 when we've started with a 6.
It's great because you can line them up as well, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really
well, you'll
clever.
see some of the samples. We've created whole backgrounds from them.
Yeah.
And remember, these all have snippability. So the original texture dies were designed so that we could tear them and tuck them underneath flowers and foliage and stuff. But in actual fact, they create beautiful backgrounds.
They're wonderful. Sorry, my arm went a little bit, woo, so probably made you feel a bit seasick over there, around the place. Sorry about that. Absolutely beautiful. Again, come on in, check out, but let's keep watching this because it's beautiful.
So, yeah.
Was that me?
No, it wasn't you.
Was it not? Oh,
so
there you go, Kat. It wasn't me this time.
This is one of the sentiment coins, and this time I have fussy cut it rather than use the die, because I wanted the white edge rather than the die. So you can see that that's not as good as the normal. So instead of going in the middle, which I absolutely could do, I'm going to the side,
Do you hear what they're calling me there? They're calling me a space invader. I like to creep over.
You used to love that game.
It was good, wasn't it? It was really good.
Right, so we're now going to emboss one of the small sentiments using the white embossing powder. So I've done this back to front. My top tip for you would be to do your stamping and then die cut afterwards.
Okay,
but
okay.
Just
Is it just easier to line up that way normally?
easier,
Yeah.
it's just easier. So if this is a bit skewy, forgive me. So anti-static bag, it's on the show.
Okay, okay.
It's on the show, and we're going to choose a little. So what have I got on there? Sent with Love. It's a beautiful font.
It's so lovely,
Sent
isn't it?
with
And
love.
that's consistent through the whole collection, isn't it?
Sent with love, love you, or with love, or for you.
Sent with love for you. Sent with love for you.
Choices. You'll get fed up of me saying that word.
It is good with your stamping blocks, though, isn't it?
It's so easy.
So, yeah.
So easy. I'm
Makes
going to
life.
do this the naughty way, which is what I don't usually tell people to do, so don't copy me.
Okay. Do as he says, not as he does.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put that straight in the middle. So remember with Sentiment, these are photopolymer stamps, they're not acrylic, so you can press quite hard without it distorting or anything like that.
Okay.
So we've got the Versamark on there, we'll do a little bit of white embossing powder, make sure I've got the right one. And you know the trick for this, I told you last time I was here, we'll go in one direction, and then we'll go in the other direction to make sure we've not missed any parts, yeah?
Well,
And that's the top tip. Go on then, off you go.
there we go. There we go, my darling.
Thank you, and I will, can you just grab my heat gun, which I put there, excuse me, Rosie.
There we go.
And we're going to heat this from underneath again, so remember, Sentiments I always heat from underneath. Just because it takes more time for the powder to melt and you get a lovely smooth finish. Don't do what I'm doing now again. I'll say that a lot, don't do what I'm doing.
So that was a new kind of, you know, shaving technique.
Might be a permanent one. And there we
Look
go,
at that,
that's
beautiful.
done. So the white embossing powder, watch your fingers. The white embossing powder on the luster card is absolutely beautiful, and it's a true white look.
That is
It's a
stunning,
proper
isn't it?
white. Look at that.
Oh, lovely.
How beautiful is that? Oh,
It's
sorry, I'm
absolutely
dazzling you
gorgeous.
all at this time of night. There you go.
Beautiful.
So now we can assemble this. And it's super, super easy. The thing with these stamps is, yes, they are circles, but this is not a square card. This is a rectangle card. It's just just a little bit bigger than an A5, so I'm just going to pop that on there. Sent with love for you. And then all the pretties are going on, so this is where you might need to do whatever you need to do while I just pop all my pretties
You're going to
on.
arrange and do your flower arrangement. Now, 0800 001 4433. Do make sure you're calling through quickly if you want to speak to one of our amazing call team. If you've got the bundle in your basket or in your basket on the app, you need to check out. That's really, really key. Here at HobbyMaker, you don't have to build a basket. You just need to check it out as you go along, and you only ever charge that one P&P, $4.95. You've got a three-way split there, split pay there as well, which is completely interest-free. So it's only £23.23 to get the whole collection home. And just look at the versatility. Every single card on those steps there are completely different. You can go bright, you can go pastel, you can go monochrome. You've got all those beautiful texture dyes as well that you can use with this collection and others as well. Every gender, every season, you know, it really is spectacular. Brand new today from Phill Martin at Sentimentally Yours. Go and grab it while you can. Look at the different shapes you can cut as well. You know, dance every day, everything is beautiful. Look at the greens there as well, totally different. Again, so it really does have that versatility, that sort of signature versatility that Phill gives us. Every collection is designed to work, to build, to grow, to evolve. So you're never going to put them away. You keep on using them. You know, whether you're into your steampunk, whether you're into your florals, whatever you're into, these are going to work. You know, you can use them with the beautiful houses we've seen today. You can use them with so many of your collections as well. And that's where they keep on growing with you. But you're never going to put them away because look at how they frame everything. I love that in the centre, just a sentiment with those beautiful flowers expanding from within. And then look at how you've got those frames just ever growing, ever. It's absolutely amazing. And you will have the most fun creating with this gorgeous collection. Now, something we keep on seeing and you keep on asking for is the glitter. And you've got your refill pouches here. You've got your glitter alchemy, both in the diamond dust and in the diamond dazzle. So we're going to start with the Dazzle. I will hold them up together so you can see the difference between the two. You probably just want to get both of them, to be honest. I mean, that's what everyone does. And I tell you, once these are out of stock, you can't keep these in stock, can you, Phill?
No, we can't. We seriously can't. These are the ones that you'll see me use week in, week out, year in, year out, because these are the transparent. So although they look white to the packaging, that's just because it's condensed.
Yeah.
So these are transparent discs. Diamond Dust is much smaller,
Much
so
finer,
a finer
isn't
one.
it?
And Diamond Dazzle is the one that, it's the one I use all the time.
It is just beautiful. That magic performance of light. It really does frame. You're going to see in Phil's card, both around the frames as well and on the little tips of the foliage as well. It's
Always.
stunning. SAHW78 is your code for your Diamond Dazzle. And then you've also got the Diamond Dust, which is the finer of the two again, but just both of them creating such beautiful texture.
Do you want my
and
pots
light.
to show people?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
This is what Phill does with his. Now, yeah, how many?
Remember as well, you're getting 25ml free in these refill pouches.
Oh, yes, of course.
So we've moved away from the plastic tubs, and now for these we use the refill pouches. Obviously because it's better for the environment, and you actually get about 25ml of glitter free in your pouches. Yeah,
it's very nice of you, isn't it? It's great. It does go a very, very
I've
long
got about
way.
3 in there.
I love it. Well,
and my refill pouches are like that big.
come on in and grab them. Get yourself a few if you can today, because they are absolutely well worth it, and you'll see the effect on this card now as well. Congratulations, keep on coming through. Look at that, just edging it beautifully, framing it beautifully.
And look at the stamp. So
Stunning.
if I'm honest with you, when I was prepping this, I had in my mind that I wanted to go in and colour the roses. So can you see where we've got the roses?
Oh,
in the
yeah, yeah.
stamp? And I was going to go in with the watercolour blending brush pens direct over the luster card with a darker pink.
Okay.
I knew we wouldn't have time, but you can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
You can just cherry
It's
pick.
just amazing. Imagine creating like your own wedding cards with this, or your own invitations. It's so exquisite. It's quite Wedgwood as well. You know, do you know the
If you'd have done
collection
it
I'm
in
thinking
blue,
about?
yeah.
It's beautiful. Emma said if you have tried glitter before and don't like it, try Phil's. You won't regret it. It's the only one I use, as I've never liked glitter before. It's a great message. Thanks, Emma, my darling. You know, that's the lovely thing. So keep trying, keep experimenting. 20 minutes, Phill.
Oh, well, that's
How's
good.
about it?
That's
Fourth demo of the day.
I know, don't get used to it.
Woo! I think we are going to go used to it, aren't we? Let's go for 5 next time.
No, you're just scaring me.
Oh, I love this.
I use my notes. So my note says, stamp the corners on the top layer, stamp the background edges, show the different options for the small centre, and show the border options. So that is exactly what we are going to do.
Look at that, so prepared.
So one of the things I wanted to try and show you, it's really difficult when we're just here and we've only got so much time to try. There is literally no way on earth I could show you all the different permutations.
Well, no, because there's hundreds, if not thousands. I mean, my maths is terrible at the best of times, but I can't begin to imagine how many different combinations there are.
And remember...
Especially when you think of all the different ways you can cut them.
Absolutely.
Into your corners.
And not only that, when you start using other brand circle dies or other brands small sentiments, so it just keeps on giving.
What's this beautiful card?
So this is
gorgeous.
that was rose pink. This is majestic blue.
That is lovely.
So this is the majestic blue luster card. It is on the website.
That's gorgeous. And saying, hi, Phill and Rosie, another amazing collection. I can't wait to see what we can create with these. Great products from a great company. You never disappoint.
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous.
Right, so we're going to do a completely different looking card. So same, but different, completely different. So the options are, I've stamped the vintage paraphernalia, and I've used the larger die to cut out the inside look. Yeah, which has now given me another choice. So I could literally go back in if I wanted with that, line it up. Oh, it does line up somewhere. I know it does. There you go, look.
Yeah.
So I could just go back in, decoupage that up, decoupage up the middle part, decoupage up the small sentiment on top, and we've created a
pyramage kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can save that and use it for another card, which is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to go in the background of this with the brick die. So we're going to change the whole look of this. So this is the brick wall texture die, which is going to go straight in the back of there. I don't need to chop it down because I've made sure it's too big. So top tips for gluing the texture dies. So spray adhesive works. Just remember you need to be in a ventilated room. I tend not to use those. I would do this on my small mat. So you've seen I always have these. A4, A3. This is how I work permanently. On both of my desks at home, I've got an A3 and an A4 brown mat.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to run that in there. I'm not going to put my fingers in it because you know I don't do things like that. I'm going to use my tweezers. You know I go home the same way I am when I first arrived. So we're just going to tap that on. And what this does is it stops you getting too much glue on as well.
Fab.
And we're just going to tap that.
See these tweezers? I never see you doing any demo without this set. It's so good,
So
and it's a really big set, actually, isn't it?
Well, I can't craft without them. I've told you, these flat nose ones particularly, I've just got so many pairs of these. So pop that on, turn it over, rub from the other side. I think. You should see me when
Do you want to quickly go and have it?
yeah, have a break. I'll tell you what would make you laugh, because you obviously know I'm a bit of a, I like to be nice and clean and what have you. But you know when you clean your stamps, if you've stamped with VersaFine and you start cleaning your stamps with the wipes, it gets like there, look, it gets up your nails.
Oh, yeah.
And you know when I get home, straight in the shower. Got to be gone. Right, so now we're going to layer this up. So we're changing this again. Let me just get rid of that little bit of glue. So this is how
It will be covered, don't worry, with your mats and layers, remember.
Does it come in far enough? No, see.
We'll never know. Come on, Phil, we've got to get this
like
other demo in.
Don't tease me like that. I am going to use foam tape. How long have we got left? We've got
15
ages.
minutes, you've got ages. Two demos in that time.
Yeah. So I am using foam tape for this.
That's a great roll of foam tape, that, isn't it?
It's my favourite. It's really
What's that, a
sturdy as
centimetre and a
well.
half?
I don't know. I don't know. I've no idea.
Just a good one.
I could tell you there's probably about 15 rolls in my trolley at the side.
Wow. It's good, isn't it?
So we are using foam tape for this, and I would recommend that again, the same as I would do when you're doing anything that needs stability rather than your gels. I would use foam tape for this. So we are working on the top part of this card, and then we're going to do the stamping. So let's just pop this on. This is why circle stamps are so good. We've got the aperture now, so we're changing how it looks in the centre, the same as we just did with the pink card, but this time we've gone blue and we've gone with the brick. So it doesn't matter which way up this is because it's a continuous pattern that follows all the way around. Look at the difference.
Beautiful.
I love that die. I love that die. Right, so can I get you to put foam tape on the back of that one, please? And we are going to, you won't be able to tear that.
No.
We're going to stamp on the edge.
Honestly, Kat, so little faith. She just said, Rosie, I'm all right, don't you worry.
So we are going to take one of these small stamps again and create a background. So shall we, which one have I not used? I've used the Eiffel Tower. I haven't used that one.
You can build up such a lot in such a short space of time,
easily,
can't you, with these stamps? It's great.
So small block again, because they fit so nicely on the small block, and the blue ink pad, which is here.
Is that to your liking, sir?
We just need a diagonal bit in the centre.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Structure. Do you want the tape off in the middle as well, or just there?
That would save a bit of time, wouldn't it?
There we go.
So we're quickly just going to stamp, and I'm going to do the same as I did earlier, look. So we've got a first and second generation, which just basically means we've got a darker version and a lighter version.
This is gorgeous.
And look how easy this is. So instead of buying background papers like we all used to do with this kind of thing on, I'm making my own. And more importantly, I'm making my own that coordinates perfectly.
The other thing is with backing papers, and I love them, you know, don't get me wrong, but they do run out. Whereas when you're creating your own with a stamp, your stamp's never going to run out, you know. You use
Stamps
it forever.
for me are always, I mean, you'll get to know me. I love my dies, you know I do. But stamps for me are the most important thing, yeah. And so stamps, dies are an accessory to my stamps, not the other way around, which is, I know, unheard of, but it's true. So we've now
That's
created
gorgeous.
a completely coordinating background, yeah? And we'll get this straight on. We'll get this straight on. My fingers are going to get inky because I know it's not quite dry yet. Look at you, jumping at the bit, aren't you? I could have got
Look, I did something.
I could have got you making a card.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know I'm going to do that next time?
All right, you're on.
In fact, I'm back in a fortnight. I've got something new again in a fortnight.
Have you?
Yeah.
Spoiling us, another launch.
It's a special treat as well because it's something that I'd forgot about. It's quite a big thing that I've forgotten about as well. So prepare yourself, everybody. Right, so let's just get this layered up. I'm going to do this flat just to save a little bit of time. Oops. And then we will look at the options again.
Fab. We've got a message through. Phill, it's amazing how changing the colour of the card and inks gives such a different look. I'm going to invest in some of essential cardstock. If you do, thank you for that, Sharon. And you're absolutely spot on. That is the beauty of this collection because you've got those two fantastic medallions, completely different medallions, and then they work with all of those coins. They just work wonderfully. If you want Phil's cardstock, go to hobbymaker.com, brands, Sentimentally Yours, and you can find it all here. Okay, so it's all there for you. And again, it's all included in your 1p&p. So you can come on in. Oh, look at this. So I'm just looking at Phil's card now. Beautiful. But yeah, this cardstock's amazing. Where's the one that you used again? That's
Majestic Blue.
Majestic Blue.
So you're looking at the premium cardstock. This is luster card that I'm looking at. I've used. Yeah, it's two different ranges, but they are both on there. They're both on there.
Beautiful.
Right, so we're now going to paper piece. So I know that my sentiment's going in the middle. So let's just do a little bit of piecing with this brick wall. Yeah, so I'll just do random because it doesn't matter where they go. And remember, I just gave you a little, I think that's probably enough. I'll just stop Phill. So little top tip. So your wax pickup tools are brilliant for this kind of thing.
This is in your essential toolkit bundle, isn't it? Really good. I'd definitely get one of those if you haven't got it already.
On my desk, permanently. And I've probably got about 10 of these in my trolley as well. So let's just tuck that underneath. Look at the difference it makes just popping a few bits in. Yeah, it's clever, isn't it?
It's so clever. And I just, you've gone from uber feminine, that beautiful pink filigree and lacy kind of textures and designs, to this, which again can also be feminine for men, for women, for everybody, for retirement, for, it could even, again, it could be a wedding card, bon voyage, going off on your adventures. You could put a clock in the middle of it as well. It's so lovely. I'm not saying bon voyage to you again. You've already had a holiday. I think it's unfair you're going on another one.
This is 3, actually. This is my 3rd. Well, in fairness, the second one was because of my mum. It was my mum's birthday, so we went away for my mum's birthday. Right,
it's so still a holiday, Phill.
It was, yeah,
still counts.
I'm just trying to justify it. Right, so we've got choices
still
again.
Counts.
Remember I told you earlier.
Did you just get your funny bone?
Yeah, no, well, it weren't funny.
No.
So we could, if we hadn't got the brick in there, we could have layered that up, and we could have layered this up, and it looks completely different again. We could, if you look, so you could just cut the middle out of your medallion stamp. So if you cut the middle part out of your medallion stamp, you end up with just a stitching detail from the stamp. Nice. Do you see what I mean about options?
Yeah, so many choices.
So many options, and we'll just quickly put this together because time ticks away. Where does it go?
It does, but you've done it, Phill. You're getting your 2 demos done.
There's something that I haven't done off my list. I wanted to show you all the different options, but I think we'll get to see a couple of them. Tweezers, where are you? So we're just going to layer this up with some gel in the middle. Remember as well, I'm doing this because my brain functions better with symmetry, but it actually looks quite nice if you off-centre it as well. But my brain likes symmetry. So now I want to finish. The inside of that.
Record vibes.
Finish the inside of that. We've got choices again. So we could, which I am going to just stamp quickly and show you. We are going to stamp this. Instead of having a sentiment, we're going to stamp this just over the edge, So we've now created a little ephemera piece from one stamp, or we could do the sentiment. I've got to clean.
No, it just flipped over, darling. Kat was very confused then. She thought you'd done a magic trick. She thought you'd stamped it and then made it disappear, and then it appeared by magic again. She was like, what has just happened?
Oh, let's have that. So from the motivational set, I love this stamp. It just says whoop.
Whoop.
So we're going to have that.
Oh, I like that. Bit of whoop.
Happy birthday.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. So choices again.
Choices.
And I'm just going to show you how different it looks, because it's all really good me saying got lots of choices, but you know when you see them physically.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Love little stamps.
I love the font. Love it.
Beautiful.
So beautiful.
So I'll bring the card back in. I'm going to show you two little options now before we run out of time. So from your circle dies, from the circle dies, you can create frames from them. So we could.
Oh.
Yeah, look how different it looks when you cover up the outside thick line. Can you see? I'm trying.
You could almost go a bit nautical as well, couldn't you?
So look how different that looks again, just by taking the dark edge off that stamp, okay? Then the centre, we can either have happy birthday whoop, or we can tie it into the background that we've done, which is what I am going to do.
Yeah, oh, it's so gorgeous.
Clever. Ooh,
so clever. I just, honestly, and I'm thinking, you know, with your stamp, with this detail, you could stamp your tissue paper, your wrapping paper, and give a little gift all sort of tying in as well. It's just genius.
And we all know, let's face it, everybody, we all know how difficult it is to make cards for men, for boys. That covers everybody.
Yeah, it does.
And you've still got lots of choices. There's no glitter on there, obviously. And if I was making this for myself, if I was making this again at home, you know these little stamps here with the Eiffel Tower on?
Yeah.
They do really lovely corners.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So they're not just borders, they do lovely corners as well.
We could make little snowflakes with the Eiffel Tower as well, couldn't you? And like little...
Yeah.
Oh, you've got so many options. 93 stamps to play with that are going to give you the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. I'm going to hold this up because I want to show what Phil's just done in this hour, and then earlier on at 1 o'clock, you had two others as well that are completely different. But if you want to re-watch that show, you can see 4 demonstrations from today, giving you 4 entirely different looks. Look at that. Well done, you. You did it. Do you hear that, Nigel?
4
demos.
What, over 2 shows?
Yeah.
I expect nothing.
Absolutely amazing. And then look at the array of cards as well. Different colourways, different shapes, different sizes. Honestly, just phenomenal. Really, really beautiful. Completely different ideas as well from your team.
Every time you pick a card up, it looks different to the one
Exactly.
before.
I mean, here you go.
That's value.
That's value. Absolutely. And then you snapped, you know, you could cut into the circle again, make it a little snowflake, make it a flower, you know.
Remember as well, when you start creating apertures with these, it gives them a whole different look again. So it's not just about stamping a circle and yeah, it's pretty and it's lovely. It's about creating apertures with them, chopping out the middle part of the medallions, using the outer part or the inner part. So effectively, you've got 3 or 4 different stamps. I know how different they look.
I mean, just gorgeous. Honestly, Phil, you've done it again.
Thank you.
Another beautiful, beautiful collection. 2 fantastic shows. We'll see you again in a fortnight. You're not off on your jollies before then, are you? It's after that.
The next one.
Okay, all right, fabulous. Well, we shall see you in a couple of weeks. I can't wait. Thank you, my darling. Do not go anywhere. Keep on checking out your baskets. You've got a fabulous 4 hours ahead with wonderful Mr. May. And Nigel is here. He's getting ready for another wonderful Sizzix show with Pete coming up next as well.